Yep.
Let's pray. God, I thank you so much for the opportunity we have to come together, God, with friends and grow a business, Father God, for a greater purpose that you have in store. So I pray tonight you'd open our hearts, God, open our ears to hear what you want to say. Let us push ourselves and not be satisfied, but understand there's something great. Lord, give us wisdom, give us encouragement. Bless this night. Bless every family that's represented, every team that's represented, every business that's represented. We love you and we thank you for it. We ask you to be here and do a work. In your name we pray. And everybody said,
Amen.
Amen.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I know we've got our Zoom up and running, and John is going to set up another link. Is that right?
No,
it's not working. Okay. Lacey had wanted it on YouTube, right?
No,
it
we're
didn't
not
work.
just, no.
Okay.
We will be on Zoom from here on out.
Okay, so we're on Zoom. But I'm excited for tonight because instead of, I feel like this is always set to make me look fat. Okay. Let me scoot this. Okay, there we go. Okay. So instead of you guys having to hear me ramble the whole time, a lot of the time, are going to do some fun things where you're going to get to hear from different people. We're going to kind of break down some stuff. So, do we have anyone in here that's like brand new, or even if you're on the Zoom, raise your hand if you've been in the business for a month or less. Okay, we got one. Do we have any on here that have? You can comment on the chat if you have. Oh yeah, I see some hands. Cool, awesome, yay, welcome. So what I always want to say is if you're brand new to this business, or if you sign a distributor this week, you want to send them this training because we try to break down some of the basics. And I do honestly even feel for myself, one of the number one things I do wrong is I sometimes forget all the information I need to be teaching. The new distributors, like they don't know that when they go to post their website, you can't post your It Works website on Facebook. It's going to get blocked. You know what I mean? You can get a GoDaddy, but most of the time the GoDaddies still get blocked. So one of the best things to do is like www, little bullet, whatever website is, bullet.com, or, add some cute green hearts. Because yes, Facebook blocks it, but you can text it. You can still get a .com from GoDaddy because it makes it shorter if you want. And if you don't know how to set it It Works to a GoDaddy, we have on Diamond Empire this really awesome thing called files. And the file section, you guys, is full of just different files and different things like that. So anyways, 24, 48 hours when you join, or when you have someone join, don't forget to tell them to watch out that they're going to get an email from their My It Works Pay to set up the pay portal. You can either have the money put on an It Works card that they give you, or you can have it automatically, set up to where it goes into your bank account. And then one of the first things you want to do is print your executive and print your Ruby charts. When you sign a distributor, make sure you tell them, let's print your executive, print your Ruby, so they can see what they're going after. Sometimes I think we forget to do that, and so it's something just is so powerful about seeing it. It was at the beginning of this month where everyone said their goals. Was that this month? My months all run together. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's something powerful about when you're saying your goals, when you're speaking them. Like mine are like on my bathroom mirror with a dry erase, marker or whatever. So I just think that does so much when you speak it, when you claim it. Like we've heard so many tips from the top where they're like, if you say like, I'm going Ruby this month, I'm going Diamond, and you start speaking it and you believe it, you're actually more likely to have it happen. You know what I mean? Because you have that attitude. You're like, I'm doing this. And so make sure in your business, you're always speaking life. You're declaring good things. Like you're never like, oh, I'm in a funk, or, oh, like you're always like, I'm doing this. I'm going to the top. Like John and I always say it, like forever I would in the shower, or like when I would pray or whatever, be like, I'm ambassador. Like my team's ambassador. And like, I spoke that forever. Like I'm going ambassador. And I truly believed it. And I think that's why it happened, and so just make sure to do that. And then you can always call customer service with issues, but I always recommend submitting a support ticket. So support tickets go straight to the It Works corporate office in Bradenton, Florida. When you call customer service, you're going to call centers. So although you can call customer service, for minor things, support tickets are really great because the answer you're getting is like super legit, where sometimes with customer service, you might get pulled the wrong thing or something like that. And then the one thing we always say is our team page is there for you. It's there. If you click up at the top search and say you have a question about, does anyone have any before and afters of, the triple threat? Type in triple threat on the search, and guess what? Anytime the word triple threat was ever used, it's going to come. So that's just really important to tell your distributors that, you know what I mean? Because I've talked to so many people like, whoa, I didn't even know that existed. I had a diamond recently tell me they're like, I didn't know that existed. And, why would they know? So that's kind of cool. So utilize the team page, product coach. Don't forget, we can never give medical claims. So really, is there anything that helps with acid reflux or heartburn? Like you can say like, oh, something helps me, but we just can't make claims. And so that's just important to know. And then one of the best things with this BOGO, we have signed so many new DTs, like as a team, like so many new people have been joining this team. One of the best things you can tell them is get started right away. Like, I love what Mackenzie Schultz said our tips from the top last week, which if you didn't listen to it, but she talked about, she went Ruby before her business builder kit ever came. Like, cause she just started right away. She's like, you fake it till you make it. You don't have to know the answer to every single thing. You don't have to try every single product. Like, you just joined, get going with your steps to success, which you're going to hear about a little bit later. And so that would be my advice to even tell your distributors, like, start right away. Like, you don't have to wait. Just get going, and don't be scared to share it, to tell people your store is open. My store is open. That's why it's so important, to be consistent and to post and do all that. And so anyways, that's just a few things. To be successful in this business, we talk about, you want to blitz, you want to wrap, you want to repeat. And so one of the things, let's see, where's my, let me see this sheet. Sure. Okay. I wanted to make sure I tell the right person. Okay. So we're going to blitz, wrap, repeat. So the first up is Esty. Where are you at? Oh, there's Esty. Come up, Esty. And Esty's going to give us just a few tips on how she blitzes. So we say we blitz, we wrap, we repeat. That's how we do this business. Esty?
Yes. So blitzing is not just these cards that are called blitz cards, but also it's wearing our gear, just showing people that we do this business. Majority of the time that I'm wearing a shirt that says it works, I get what works if they've never heard of it before. And then it's a perfect opportunity to open up and be able to talk to them about the business. That's a really good way. Also, of course, our blitz cards. I went and I put a label with a picture. For me, it's easier than filling out every single card. And then also I think people really do good at seeing a face sometimes. And so I leave these at my kids' school, doctor's appointments, restaurants, just pretty much anywhere I'm at. My daughter makes sure to remind me when I'm at Starbucks, on your card, to pass out the cards and hand it to them when I'm paying. So I do that, or the business cards, either or. Another good thing that I do is I have the car magnets on the side of my car. Just a tip with that, make sure you park good. And my daughter, one time I was parked crazy. I didn't only park crazy one time, but one time that she said to me, Mom, they're going to know it's you because you have your name on the side of your car. I'm like, yes, you're right. I need to take those off before I park crazy. But anyway, so all your information is there on the side. Another time I was passing through to get food, and I had it there, and I wasn't even wearing a work shirt, and she started to ask me about what's. I'm like, how does she know you can do what works? Like, I was thinking, like, she's seen me another time, and then again, my daughter reminded me, it's the magnet on the side of your car, and I was like, yes, it is. So those are really awesome opportunities to just be able to, show off your business and talk about it. Also, our products, when you go to dinner with friends, pop out your fat fighters out of your purse, share them amongst your friends, tell them, how much it blocks, and everything. That really is, I get a lot of my friends ordering fat fighters just from that. They're like, are you taking those? I'm like, yes, I take those. And I want to order them, and so that's a really good way. Also your greens, like when I go to my son's baseball game, I have my bottle of greens. They may not ask you right away, but if you're sitting there and you become friends with them, they're like, what is that you have, like your greens, or what is that? Another opportunity to be able to talk about it. So those are just some really great ways of blitzing.
I love that. And one thing when it comes to blitzing is people are like, why is it important to blitz? Like, what's the point? It's because we don't have this like brick and mortar store, so there's like a normal store, what do? Like they put their open sign, they stick, maybe they've got a banner, I don't know, they put their specials on a little easel. This is what we do. Like we have to blitz to tell people, to show people what we're doing. And so one way, like as you said, you can blitz, in person, talking to people, your blitz cards, what you're wearing. But another way you can blitz is with social media. Social media is huge nowadays. With like a click of a button, you can reach thousands of people. So Kelly, will you tell us how you can blitz with social media?
So something that I'll say is there are some people that choose to build their business in person or in other ways. But no matter how you choose to build your business, posting on social media should be a given if you're going to do this business because of what Sherry said. You post and immediately all your friends and family, thousands of people can potentially see what you're talking about. And even if you choose not to build your business through social media, it reminds them. Because a lot of what happens to me is in person, people will say, oh, I saw your post the other day about whatever. Oh, I saw that funny post about the cleanse. So does that really work? So it's just a reminder, a constant reminder. And it's another way to show people not only that your open sign is open for your business, but that your lights are on. So I don't know how many times I'll walk by a store and go, I really need to go there, but their lights aren't on. So then I don't go, and they could potentially be open, but I don't know because their light's not on, or the open sign being flipped. And so posting is huge for building this business and reminding people of what you do. Even if you don't build through social media, it still reminds them consistently, hey, this is what I do. Hey, this is what I have. Hey, this is where I'm going with this. And reminds people to do that. So, and then the other thing I would say is that social media typically is the highlights of people's lives, right? A birthday, an anniversary, you get engaged, you get a boyfriend, a girlfriend, you have a baby, something, any of those big things that happens in your life, people go to social media to figure out what's going on with you. Like when I think of somebody in high school that I haven't talked to for years and I go, I wonder what they're doing. Where do I go? To their Facebook or to their Instagram to figure out, and then I can scroll through and see what happened in life and see where they ended up and all those things. So if you're not posting about your business and I haven't talked to you in years, I don't know that you're doing it. And so the other thing I'll say is if you don't post it, it didn't happen. So if I don't post that I got married to everybody else, it didn't happen. If I don't post I had a baby, nobody knows that happened in my life. And the last thing I'll say is just that I was messaging throughout the week on Instagram. And I was telling Stacy today, probably at least 5 times, I would send my message and they would respond back and say, oh, that's so funny. I actually am already a distributor. And I'm like, oh, I couldn't tell. Because I'm scrolling through your Instagram and all the way back to April or February was the last time they posted. I'm like, so I always message back and I go, oh, LOL, okay, oops. I mean, what else am I going to say? You dumb. You didn't say nothing about your business. So, and they're like, get offended or think it's funny that I'm asking them if they want to do it. But I'm like, you're not telling nobody you're doing it. So even if you're doing parties or you feel like social media is not my thing because I'm an older person or I'm a this person or a that person and social media is not my thing. If you didn't post it, it didn't happen. It's not happening in your life, okay? So that's what I just say. I'm like, if you have like the first, especially on Instagram, you got those first 6 to 9 squares. If there isn't something about it works in those first 6 to 9 squares, you're not doing your business. It's got to be consistent every day, and it's got to be regular enough that I'm not having to scroll through months of posts to figure out if you do the business or not. Because the potential customer or distributor is not going to do that. They're not going to scroll through to see, and find your posts. So.
That's really good. And that is so true. I recently had somebody tell me, and they're like, man, like a friend of mine that doesn't do it works. She's like, so-and-so, they're just like rocking it, huh? And I remember when they said that, it was crazy because I just got off the phone with so-and-so, and so-and-so was telling me, this has been just such a hard month. Like, I'm just, like I've had things, and we just talked and you're going to have your ups and downs. So they were telling me how they felt like they're struggling and their volume down. And then someone else goes, man, they are rocking it. Like, she's just, wow. And I'm like, And I remember thinking, I wonder what's making her think that. Like, that's really great. And I went to so-and-so's Facebook, and I'm like, yeah. Like, and I looked at how she was just always posting, and the excitement, and so-and-so's, boxed in for Ruby, and shout out to so-and-so, 4LC, and like just all the excitement. And so that just really hit me where I'm like, you know what? Like, if you're having the best month ever, if you're not showing it, people that are watching, and believe me, people are watching, they don't know. And if you're having a crummy month, but you're making it look like things are awesome, people are like, wow, they're killing it. And if they're contemplating joining it, they're going to want to join with you. Like, I can't tell you the number of people that have messaged me before and they've been like, well, my sister does it works, or my cousin, but you just are always like posting about it. Like, you just seem so like excited. You seem so successful. Like, people want that. They're like, well, if I'm going to do it, so that's just what's so important. Just know, even if things in your head, you're like, oh, for this full month, like, nobody has to know that. It really is just the power of, the perception. And that's a good thing. It's like, you're speaking life, like you're, excited, you're, whatever. So sometimes when things are slower, that gives you more time to do a spotlight Saturday, or what are other things? Rising Star, shout out Sunday, whatever. And where you just highlight someone on your team that's really been working hard. You know what I mean? That makes you both look like, wow, okay? So anyways, I love that. So we blitz. That's what blitzing is. And then the second thing we do is we wrap. Now, why do we wrap? Because that's what sets us apart. Anytime I think of It Works, even at the It Works John and I were at in Atlanta, they said, stand up if you've made over $500 in this business. Literally, like, the whole room stood up. It's like, I didn't even see anyone sitting. And I'm just like, that's so crazy. You know why? Because statistically, I believe it's less than 2% make over $500 in network marketing most of the time. With a lot of companies, it's just such a small, don't quote me on that stats, because but I know it's really small. It might not be 2%, maybe it's 20, I don't know. But anyways, it's a really small amount that typically make money. And I was like, what? And I'll never forget almost having an aha moment when they said they wanted all the diamonds to walk across the stage at the It Works. And for like 30, 40 minutes, we're watching diamonds and above walk across the stage in this group of, how many people were there, Dave? 4,000 or something? Just like forever. And I'm like, there are so many successful people. Why? Like, what sets us apart? It's the wrap. We are one of the only companies where I have friends from so many other network marketing companies that order. Raise your hand if you've had someone order from you and you're like, yeah, but please don't tell people, or like they sell something else, or like, yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like and I don't want to say a bunch of names of companies, but like, because I think this is being recorded. But and it's like, hey, I want to try that, and I'm like thinking, okay, yeah, you can try my wraps, but like, what about what you do? What will you sell? But hey, sure, I'll get your wraps. But that's the thing. And so with It Works, the wrap sets it apart, and that's why there really are so many successful people. That's why you want to get the wrap on people. 9 out of 10 people will see results, some sort of result after just one wrap. Yes, you want everyone to do all 4 wraps, but raise your hand in this room if you saw results after 1 wrap. I'm just curious. Okay, look around. That's the majority, okay? Now, raise your hand if it took you 2 wraps. You're going to see a little less, okay? Everyone look around, a little bit less. Raise your hand if it took 3 or more. Normally like 1 or 2 people. None in here. So everyone in here, it was like 1 wrap, the majority, and then a few it takes 2. So that's why you get the wrap on people. What's one of the ways you do that? With wrap parties. Story, will you come up here and tell us, just why wrap parties are so important?
Yes. So, lots of reasons that it's important, but one of the main reasons, especially for your new people, is it's the best way to launch them to get their first 4 LCs and, maybe even a DT or 2 or 3. You want to get their first win for them. You want to get in front of people and get the wrap on people. I just did a wrap party in Oklahoma on Friday for my new person's new person. So it was a great way to teach my new person and her be able to watch to teach her new person. She made $50 in wrap cash, 2 girls wrapped. She got 2 LCs and like 6 different potentials. So, and those you just keep on your list. So it's a great way to get that first win for them. Plus it shows, you should be offering, by the way, PS, your new DTs, you should be offering to help them with their first wrap party. If they're local for sure. If they're not local, you can do an online party. In person obviously is best, but you want to be able to pass that excitement on to them, your excitement to them, And then you also want to show your commitment to them. I'm willing to help launch you and do this for you. I know you don't know what you're doing yet, but I got you, girl. Like, don't worry about it. Bring all your crap and bring all your empty bottles and whatever. If you don't have that, that's okay too. Get your wraps. And even if you don't have your kit yet, like she said, you can still do it. It doesn't matter. Do it in that first 2 weeks while you're super excited and while they're excited about joining. The other thing, obviously, besides wrapping people, get the product in their hands, get them tasting the greens, let them start using their senses, touching, feeling, tasting the greens, all that kind of stuff. It's so much easier to have a conversation when something's in their hand and they can look at it and, you can talk about the back of the bottle or the ingredients or whatever. Let's see, what else? I'm going to lose my spot. And if no one wants to wrap at the party, that's okay too. That's okay. Not every wrap party is going to have somebody that wants to lift up their shirt and throw a wrap on, in the bathroom or whatever. That's okay. Open up a wrap and, pass it around. Let them, again, smell and touch it. The other thing is current. So that's kind of for new DTs. If you're a current DT, maybe you've been in a while, you still want to do wrap parties to kind of stay in practice. You want to stay in practice and you always want to be trying to expand your network. We've got Facebook and that's great, but I think you need to kind of get out of your office sometimes and go on site. So at least that's how I feel about it. I usually will, if you've been in a while, you might be like, well, I don't know who else to ask. I always go to those really good LCs. So those LCs you've had for, maybe you've got somebody that got that 6-month, $50 shopping spree, or even the 12-month, or even they're just in their first 3 and they're loving their product. Somebody that's being, actively changing their product every month. Ask them to host a wrap party for you. And you know what? If you want to, if they've already tried a wrap and you don't think just a free wrap is going to work, sometimes I'll offer, if they're a really good LC like that, I've been around 6 months to a year, I'll offer them a free product of their choice if there's two or more people that show up. Because I know if I'm in person with those 2 or 3 people, I'm gonna get them signed either way. So that's that. The other part is just getting people from out behind the screen. It's so easy to hide behind that Facebook Messenger and our texts and all those things. If you get in front of people, this is a relational business. Again, you're getting to know people. You're again getting to pass your excitement about the products and your excitement about the business to people in person. And just getting behind the screen, out from behind the screen, letting people ask questions. Let's see. Oh, the last thing I'll say about wrap parties, don't cancel your wrap parties. If no one shows up or if people cancel and you only have one person on that list, have it with that one person anyways. And a way to kind of back up on that, to avoid possibly that, you don't want their launch party especially to have them invite everybody that they know. You don't want to go on their Facebook invite and see your name with 50 other people. That's not going to make anybody feel special. And they're going to feel like, oh, this was just one of those things that everybody got. It's not special, big deal. And it's easier to decline or just ignore it. So invite small groups. Your wrap party should be small and intimate. You don't need to have a room full like this to do a wrap party. In fact, I think it's the opposite. So think about, your first one should be your closest friends and family. Maybe it's 5 people. And then your next one, maybe it's your work friends. The next one, maybe it's in your mommy groups, or you want people that know each other already. You don't want to invite a bunch of people that don't know each other because they're not going to probably want to come. So I always say, plus that way you get more parties. You get more parties scheduled that way. So I think that's it.
Oh, that's good. Thank you. I love what Story said about doing that, kind of gives them their first win. Because think about it, you have a wrap party, most of the time you can pretty much guarantee they're going to probably get their 4 LCs, at least 2, 3 of them. I mean, so it's you have the wrap party, then they're already I can do this. It just kind of gives them that confidence. And my mom will always ask her brand new LCs, if they're local, hey girl, would you do a wrap party for me? I'm going to give you a bottle of Fat Bite, if they already ordered something, or she'll give them something that she's got in stock, or, whatever. And she will ask her LCs. And I think that's so genius. Why not? And then hook them up with something or whatever, or wrap them for free, or, whatever. And then I love that even at the It Works You in Atlanta, one thing that I heard was one of the girls said, I don't try to plan mine. Oh, maybe it was when Mackenzie said it recently. Yeah. She's I don't do it crazy far in advance. oh yeah, hey, are you free Wednesday? Let's have a wrap party Wednesday. Because it's true. Like when half the time when I have something that's been in my calendar for like weeks, it's like I'm more likely to cancel than something like, okay, you want to do that tomorrow, the day after tomorrow? Yeah, I can do that. Sure. And I love that. And just keeping it simple. And I love the don't cancel. Like I can think of so many times where it's been like that one or two people that show up, and guess what? That one person becomes a distributor. What if that one person that comes is your next diamond? Like why not? And that's why I also say don't go over the top. So people don't, so it's not like this weird, I remember like just feeling like I butchered at the beginning when I had like flowers and I was putting out sequins and boas and, like I was going so elaborate. But then when you have all this stuff elaborate and like two people come, you feel kind of weird versus like, hey, I got my little bag, I set out a few things, maybe a couple pictures, a couple bottles, whatever. You do your little presentation and then it's duplicatable. That's huge. This business is built on being duplicatable. The steps of success. Doing that every month. Let's wrap repeat. Every month. Wrap parties. Duplicatable. You don't want to scare off your potential distributors because they think, whoa, I can't do what Stacy just did. Like, I can't do that. You want it to be like, I can do that. I can have a little presentation with the party pack. Yeah, So just remember that. But I love that. So we blitz, we wrap, repeat, and we do that over and over again. And I'm going to actually switch up something. And Stacy, I'm going to have you come up next, and then Bex. But because we blitz, wrap, repeat, why? Because that's how we complete our steps to success, which is how we build our business. So Stacy, tell us about the steps to success, what they are, and the importance of them.
Yeah. So the steps to success are what this business, this multi-million-dollar company has laid out for us as our business plan. So why would we not follow it? So simple, our steps to success. The first one is you join the party. So if you are a distributor, you're here in the room, you have done the first step, you've joined the party. How do you do that every month? You rejoin it by running your 80 BB auto ship, or you sell the people directly under you. They buy 150 of that BB2. Of course, we always recommend being a product of the product. They always say that if the product's not changing your life, probably the business isn't changing it either. So as you become product of the product, you want to do that. So that's your first step. Your next step is 4 loyal customers, or what they call wrap reports. But going and getting those 4 people. And something I love about this company with loyal customers is simply this. Do you know that a lot of companies, if they do an auto shipment and stop, they have to restart again? Our company, that's a huge thing that our company does, that you can come back. You can stop for a little bit and come back and do it. So that's a huge selling point for us. But you want those 4 loyal customers, which are you're selling product for the same price you are. That's products that are benefiting you. And then 3 DTs, 3 people in your life that could use some extra money. If we just sat for like even 10 minutes and thought about that, I bet you'd come up with more than 3 people. But that's what it is. That's the steps to success. Join the party, 4 LCs, go Ruby with those 3 DTs. That is the foundation for your company. That is the foundation of going Ruby. And then what do you do with those 3 DTs? You teach them then the steps to success because you just did it. So you built this confidence in yourself, and you turn around and you teach people to do it. The saying is, you can feed a man a fish by catching it, catch a man a fish. You feed him for nighttime, teach him to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. Yeah. So we really have an opportunity to help feed our friends for a lifetime. Something great and hope. And so you want to turn around and teach that. Why is it so important to go Ruby? Okay, just think about this for a second. An average Ruby on our income disclosure makes just under $500 a month. That is why most people join this company. So if you sat for a second, or if you have to go back and sit for a second before you started, or if you're right there, what would $500 a month do for you? Just think about it for a second. What would that change? That could be paying a bill. It could be your car payment. It could be that you could be that yes mom or that yes wife. You could actually buy your husband something instead of like spending his money to buy him something. And I don't know, those are huge things. But Ruby is usually that step that gets you above water. Mm-hmm. That's why it's so important to go, because if you can get that step above water and get that example to take that step up, how many other people is that going to set free for them to get above water too? That's why it's so important to go, because you made a goal and you went there. Now go back to that for a second. Let that weight, because it's heavy. It's heavy when you think about it. Bills are heavy. Debt is heavy. Like, that's heavy life right there. When
we have the opportunity to turn around and help other people lift that weight off them. So we go Ruby, we sign those 3 DTs, we turn around and go, okay, you're going to. Like, I'm not the only one above water. You're coming with me above the water. It's like being able to give people with the opportunity of fresh air. We actually get to help other people by doing this business. That is one of the things I love about this company. Why is this important? One, you're worthy. Every one of you here are worthy to go Ruby and beyond. You are. You're worthy. God made you. You are worthy of so much. Why is this important again? Because you accomplished something you set out to do. Why is it so important to go Ruby? Why is it so important to complete those steps of success? Because we live in a world of, I would honestly could say I quit more than I stick with something. I mean, I don't know if anybody else out there, but to actually finish, I'm like, I signed up in this company to go Ruby, and I went Ruby. Man, you completed something you set out to do. That is awesome. And the great thing is we get to help others do it, and that's the steps of success. So 3 rubies make a diamond. So you just keep doing the same thing over again. That's it. We don't have to overcomplicate it. 3 rubies make a diamond. 5 rubies make a double diamond. What do ambassadors do to go ambassador? They keep building rubies. And that's all we do, and that's why it's so important to go. And how do you build a ruby? Steps to success. What if I miss the bonus? Why is it so important for me to go ruby? Like I missed the bonus. Should I just quit? No. You're building residual income. So think of a bonus as what it is, a bonus on top of residual income. Residual income is more life-changing than any bonus would ever be. So when you think about it and you put it in the right mindset, if you've missed that ruby, keep going. Keep doing those steps to success. Don't stop. I heard a story of a girl who she missed the ruby bonus, and that month and the next day she woke up and was ready to quit, but then someone said, hey, do you have a couple reps? Can you come over and just bring them? Maybe just bring 2 boxes, I don't know. And she actually made $450 that day in wrapped cash because she didn't stop in that moment. And then turned around and those people became customers and distributors. And she went, so just keep going, do the steps of success. So how do I go Ruby? Well, it's the 3 DTs and the 4 LCs. You keep doing that over and over again. You do income producing activities. So this is key. What's income producing activities? Everybody's kind of talked about it. Booking wrap parties, being in person, what you can say in person, you can do so, I feel like you can do so much more in person than you can do through a message. Now, you can reach more people through a message. So both together are perfect. Messaging and reaching out to your potentials. Following up with leads, and how many times you follow up. Follow up with somebody till they tell you no. Just keep following up with them. Handing out your Blitz cards, going to expos, things that require a yes or a no. That's how you fulfill your steps to success. So we make money, Pam Souter said this on our Zoom, we make money by signing up loyal customers and DTs. So if we're not doing that and we're wanting to make money, we need to get out of our comfort zone and start doing that. If you worry all day about a post and think you worked all day, I'm guilty of that. I'm going to post today, and I think about when I wake up till I go to bed. I didn't work all day. I worried all day and did one post. And I worked for 10 seconds to write the post, So be careful, because I would say this. Posting isn't necessarily working your business. Posting is showing up. And sometimes that's all you can do. Let's be honest. Sometimes that's all you can do. You can just show up. So you post. But that's what posting is. It's showing up. It's not working your business. Working your business is reaching out to people. It's getting it in front of a person. It's getting that wrap on somebody. So right now, just stop for a second as we're thinking about steps to success. What's my next step to fulfill steps to success? Right now, grab a phone, grab your paper, grab a pen, everybody in this room. And for the next 20 seconds, think about 3 people you know that this could change their life. And write them down. Okay, and when this is done, not now, while we're doing the meeting, don't text them and reach out to them, but when this is done tonight before you go to bed, You fill those steps to success by reaching out to all those 3 people before you go to bed tonight. And with this thought, do the steps to success. My girls were in drama, and their the director was trying to get them to do something. And it's with adults and everything. And he goes, there's 2 kinds of people that aren't successful in this world. One is the people who don't do what they're told, and 2 are the people who only do what they're told. So with this business, I challenge you to do what you've been told, because you've been told exactly how you can do this business. But then 2, don't just stay there, and you'll be ambassador before you know it.
Yay, thank you. I love that. Yeah, it's crazy because it's like, it's so simple. So many times we overcomplicate it. But that's what it is. It's those 4 LCs, 3 distributors, you know. You may hit them every month, you may not, but it's that goal. So you have something to go for. And then when someone joins you, teaching it to them and passing it on. So making it duplicatable. So one thing I've learned is in life, in anything, you have to be filled back up. Like, you know, if you are a Christian, but you're not going to church, you're probably missing out on being poured into. You know what I mean? Like, think of anything, even jobs will occasionally, you know, have like some sort of like, you know, leaders retreat, or like there's different things, or they have, John goes to something, I don't know, trainings, or they get poured into different training, like things like that, because you can't just go. So in this business, if you want to last, you have to be plugged in. Like, you will not make it if you are not plugged in. Becky, can you come tell them the importance of being plugged in? Yeah, it's big. Okay, so if you're like me, when I started this business almost 2 years ago, I really didn't understand how this business is not an individual effort. Okay, this is a team effort where the world teaches you, you know, and even most businesses teach you that everything rises and falls on you. And while, yes, there is some truth to being a leader, you are held responsible to what you do. But this business, you cannot succeed without the team around you. Like, there's only so far that you can go. Like, I can enroll so many people, and I can help build so many boxes on my chart, but I can't carry everybody, and neither can you, and you're not supposed to. You are a part of a team, and the quicker you realize this, the quicker you will experience fulfillment in your business. The highs and the lows of every business are natural, because we're in marketing, we're in sales. There are going to be ebbs and flows. It's going to come. But when those moments come, you being plugged into the team around you, you will not crumble. You will not quit, give up on yourself, give up on the team around you. When you realize that this is a group effort and you are part of a team, you are a leader of a team, you are a co-captain of a team, you are a support system of a team, you are a sideline sister to somebody, you are a leader to somebody, you are a support to somebody. The quicker you understand that, the happier your business is going to be. Why do you think that lonely people are sick? Get sick quicker? Why do you think lonely people don't recover faster? In your business, if you're an island to yourself, you are going to be in for a very rough ride, and you probably will quit and give up on your dreams and be disappointed with this business and give the excuse, well, this doesn't work. And that's an excuse. It's not true. The truth is, it's the steps to success work. And you're only going to be 80% of the success in your business rises on how well you plug into the team and the events around you. The other 20% has to do with your own effort. Why is it important? Ways for you to plug in. So you have dreams and goals. You started this, you said yes for a reason, okay? So that's your why. Your why is going to get you up in the morning. Your why is going to make you post. Like he said, your why is going to get you to show up. But you have to plug into the team around you, show up to the trainings. Your why is going to get you so far on your own. But getting around the team, showing up when you don't feel like it, going to an It Works You, paying the $40 or whatever it is for a ticket, facing your fear, maybe driving there by yourself, making new friendships and relationships, you will quickly realize, like, if you are one of those people who's afraid to step out and build new relationships, if you overcome that fear even just a tiny bit, you'll realize that the group and the community that is waiting to help you succeed. So It Works Yous, okay? They travel to major cities all throughout the year. OTOMs, One Team, One Missions, those happen, I think almost on a weekly basis. You can go to the events page on events.myitworks.com.
and look for OTOMs in your area. Get on your group pages, okay? Diamond Empire, and I know that there are some subgroup pages, but get on those group pages and ask questions. Plug into the community around you. Have lunch and coffee dates with your local team members. When you're feeling down and discouraged and you feel like you're all alone in your business and you're the only one that these things happen to you, when you get around the local team, whether it's a Skype date or a Zoom, I mean, people Skype more, if it's a Zoom date, or FaceTime, Skype's still in business, I don't know. But if you get around people face to face, screen to screen, you'll realize the energy that comes off, and iron sharpens iron. That's a proverb for a reason. When you get next to people like-minded to you, you realize, okay, these obstacles I'm facing in my business are not unique to me. This person's faced them. Maybe they faced them in the past. How do they overcome them? I don't know. When I heard Sarah Keller's story, I'm like, oh gosh, yeah, she can, be almost built for triple and only have 7 working distributors on her team, and then be down to nothing and then rise up and almost ambassador. I'm like, oh, that should encourage everybody. But you'll never hear those stories if you're not actively plugging into the team around you and being willing to be sharpened. So Zoom dates with your upline, build relationships with your sideline sisters, people who maybe aren't even a box on your chart, but they're your story, my sideline sister. We're in this together because we are all in this to pursue our dreams. The corporate calls, the weekly team trainings that John and Sherry put on for us as a big team effort, those E-Suite trainings on Monday, those tips from the tops every Tuesday. That's not easy. That's a lot of work, scheduling those people. That stressed me out. So, but participating in those, getting plugged into those. And then the reason why you want to get plugged into those team pages that you're on is because you will see people giving you tips, tricks, ideas, those file sections. You got to plug in, get the answers, and realize you're not alone. You're in this to win it with everybody around you. We're here to fight with you, pray with you, build you up, and help you succeed and accomplish the goals that you set for you. So it's important.
I love it. Thank you, guys. So good. It's so true. There's just something about being close to the fire, that keeps you fired up. I mean, anytime. I've gone to so many of even Ashley Sinclair's OTOMs. Every time I come back, I'm fired up. It's the same thing every time, and she'll even laugh. She'll say, I tell the same bad jokes, the same party, which her jokes are super funny, they're not bad, but she says that, but it does, I just leave fired up. I went to we went to probably 4 It Works U's, John and I flew to so many, I just left so fired up. So being close to the fire. And then at the end of it, you guys, so you've heard, we blitz, rack, repeat. You do the steps to success. You get plugged in, and the key is you don't stop. I am asked so often, even from people on other teams, so my upline told me to reach out to some leaders and blah, 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 and what's your one tip? Do you have a tip? And whenever I get that, it's yeah, my one tip is consistency. You stay consistent. You do something every day and you don't stop. I said it, raise your hand if you watched, raise your hand if you watched the live video I did a couple days ago. Okay. So a lot of y'all did. But I did it, and I talked about, there was something on my heart, and I was sad because it just so happened on my Facebook memories, it had popped up a bunch of people that during this time last year I was welcoming to the team. And I even showed someone that I remember I was saying her 4LC shout out, 4 LCs. And I got super sad because a couple of the ones that I saw, I'm they're not in the business. But not only are they not in the business, but it's they quit. They didn't give it enough time. And with one of the girls, I'm man, she's been gone forever. How many months did they even give it before just throwing in the towel? But then I think about around, this time last year, Esty joining on a BOGO kit, a little over a year ago joining. She didn't stop. She's double diamond because she didn't stop. Amanda, it's been a little over a year. She's at last April, whatever. She didn't stop. She's diamond. Did they have times where things are rough? Yeah. Did they have times where they didn't? It's just kind of like anything. And it's just the key is not stopping. Because if you don't stop, you will be successful. You will reach your goals. There is no doubt. But it doesn't mean you sign up and you're a distributor and you're it's been a year. I gave it my 12 months, and then it's you look and Kelly said, they haven't posted in 4 months. They're not you've got to work it. But if you work it every day, if you take a month off, guess what? You're not gonna things slow down. Can you come back? Yeah. I talked on the thing, and she's not here, but one of our diamond leaders, she's doing amazing. She quit at Ruby, and then she came back. Because she's like, I just want to kill myself when I see all of you guys, if I would have kept going where you're at, where Kathy's at. She was one of my first distributors, you know? She's like, I want to try it again. Did her team come back with her? No, most of them didn't. And that's what happens. When you slow down, when you take a break, when you quit, people do what you do. Your team's going to follow. So no, but she started with her steps to success and built another team, you know? And so the key is just you don't stop. You work your business every day. So those are some tips that if you follow, you will be successful. John, will you come share it with us as well in closing?
Sure. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
So apparently, Bex, you were the only tall one because they were saying your head was cut off. So, Sherry. And yeah, Stacy was like back here. Becky was right. That's anyway, no, Sherry, she wanted me to just share several things, kind of first, mainly like business related. And then like we always do, talk about life a little bit and that type of thing. And so first and foremost, coming back from It Works You in Atlanta, honestly, I didn't really want to go. That was like one of those, Sherry, why don't you just go and do your thing? And I'll be honest, like I tried to skip over the College Football Hall of Fame, like every hour on the hour. It just didn't work out. But I was really glad that I went because on Friday night before here at It Works You in Dallas, they did a leadership thing like the night for triples and above, but they did it completely different in Atlanta where it was just a panel with Mark, Mike, Pam, and then Cindy. And if you're new, basically Mark and Cindy, they're the CEO, husband and wife, and then Pam and Mike, chief networking officer and chief sales officer. So kind of like the top four, I guess you would say, in the company. They were on a panel, and what was really encouraging is Mark was talking about how he obviously is so connected with just like the network marketing industry, and he was talking to a friend of his who's actually a competitor. But I mean, all those guys, they understand the business, and he was talking to them, and the guy is like, Mark, how's your year going? And Mark kind of puts his head down, and he's like, man, we just had such a great year last year, but we're only up 20% this year. And the other CEO was like, wait, what? And that's what I love about our CEO. It's like, it's not that he's never satisfied, but he's never satisfied, and so what I took from that just in my business mind is like the fact, and he said across the board, like every MLM, they're flat to down this year, and we're 20% up year over year, which is crazy, given all the things that are going on in the world. And I won't bore you with the economy and all those things, an election year and all those things we could go on. But all that to say, what you need to know is that you really are with the right company. And the leadership has never been stronger. The things that Mark and Mike and Pam, like, I don't know what the announcement's going to be tonight. He said there's going to be two more announcements this month. And I mean, I'm looking at my, the date, it's the 18th. Like, so they're going to cram in some more promotions, it sounds like, before the month's out. Like, they're just utterly determined to go beyond $1 billion. And what that means for you and me is that we're always going to have tools to make our business better. But what that doesn't mean is that our business is just going to get better. Like, I could give you the best promo in the world, but if you don't go tell anyone about the promo, guess what? It's not going to help your business. And so he just, was saying, like, the leadership's stronger than it's ever been before. Our company's thriving. We're in such a great place. We have an amazing compensation plan, and everything is great. Like, a lot of things slow down in the summer. People want to do whatever they want to do in the summer, but the fact is our company is still doing really well right now. And so that was just really encouraging to me. But let's talk about like life and business. Like, let's really kind of talk about what I like to talk about more so than charting and blitzing and rapping and repeating and all those fun things that y'all do. I want to talk to you about motivation versus discipline. And Pam Souter held a Zoom. I didn't get to watch all of it. I just got bits and pieces. But Joel Dunn, the number one income earner, she said something that was really good that I kind of want to expand on with you guys, maybe to cater it a little bit more to like kind of our team as a whole. But motivation versus discipline. So watching your favorite sport on TV will motivate you, but going to the gym will change your life. Okay? Watching a love story on a movie will motivate you to love your spouse a little bit more. But actually taking steps to making your marriage better will change your marriage forever. Do you get what I'm saying? Going to church will motivate you to love the Lord, but praying and reading the word on your own when you don't have people with you is what will change your life spiritually. One is motivation. One takes discipline. Motivation is more fun. Discipline creates results. And so where am I going with this? Motivation isn't the vehicle to changing your life. Motivation isn't the vehicle to changing your business. It is a tool that's used to kind of get you ready to go. But at the end of the day, when that motivation leaves, my question to you is, in life and in your business, is there discipline there so that you can ultimately have life change? Is there discipline there so that your business can actually be changed? Emotion is temporary. Daily discipline causes eternal life change. I love motivation. It does something. It makes me feel good. It gives me goosebumps. You know, I got to go with one of my best friends to a boxing match last night, and that motivated me. I'm going to go into boxing. No, I'm just playing. You know why I won't? Because I won't put in the discipline to become what they are. And I think so many times people look, you know, from the outside looking in, and I'm going to use my wife as an example just because I see what the grind every day. It's like everyone wants what she has in this business, but if they came in every day and stripped down the curtains, they really don't want to be that disciplined in order to get there. And our goal is, yes, to motivate you. Our goal is, yes, to give you every tool that you could ever need to be successful. And you know what? As leaders, I can give you the best contests for Diamond Empire that the world has ever seen. I can give you like the best drawings. I can give you the best incentives. I can give you words of encouragement. I can, you know, pick up the phone and call if you're having a down day, and we can talk. We can give you solid trainings and solid tools. We can do so many things as your leaders to motivate you to be successful. But what we can't give you is daily discipline when you wake up each and every day to work your business and be the best that you can be and be consistent with it. Motivation won't pay your bills. Like, motivation won't bring you home to your babies. Motivation will not take you to Diamond or Ambassador to Diamond. Motivation will change you for a moment, but then it fades away until you get refilled with motivation again. What will change your life? It's discipline. I love what Jesse Owens said. He said, we all have dreams, but in order to make dreams come into reality, it takes an awful lot of determination, dedication, self-discipline, and effort. It's easy to dream. It's easy to be motivated. It's not easy to be determined. It's not easy to be dedicated. It's not easy to be disciplined. It's not easy to give effort every day in whatever you do, in your job, in it works, in life, in your marriage, whatever it is, as a mom or as a dad. But you know what will change your life? When you get disciplined with your business will change your life. And so I want to talk to kind of the newbies first and foremost. Get disciplined from the start. Make it a habit from day one. Post 4 times a day. Post 6 times a day. 3 lifestyle, 3 it works. 2 lifestyle, 2 it works. Start today and make it a habit, and then you'll just never go a day without doing it. That's one thing that's one of the tips we always get. If you're brand new, start being disciplined with your business from day one. And do it for 365 days, and I guarantee you this business will change your life. If you've been in the business, maybe you're like a diamond or above, you've been in the business for a year, 2 years, and you're like, man, you know, I'm just not as motivated as I used to be. I'm just kind of let down. The question I would ask you is, when's the last time you thought about everyone else on your team before you thought about just your life? Because at this point in me and Sherry's life, like, we love what this business has done for us, but you know, another paycheck doesn't wake us up in the morning and make us feel any better. What makes me feel better is seeing Deidre come home to her baby. Like, so if you're looking at your business like, man, it's just not the same, then I would question where your focus is. Is it on the lives you're changing underneath you, or is it on that paycheck that's coming every 15th so you can just get the next thing that you want? Because when you start focusing on the bigger things, the bigger lives, the people who are coming underneath you, setting the example, I guarantee you it will change your discipline. We can motivate you every day, but we can't post for you. We can motivate you every training, but we can't message people for you. We can motivate you every day, but we can't rap people for you. We can motivate you every single stinking training, but we can't talk to your friends for you that you're next to every day of the week. That's the discipline that you have to have. Me and Sherry, we're no different than you. We've just made a decision that we're going to be disciplined every day of our life with this business. Like, there's going to be times where we have to, say no to something so that we can get things done here. There's going to be times that we say no to something so that we can make sure our team's taken care of. There's going to be times financially where we say no to going somewhere or doing something we want to do so that we can pour into our team so that they can be motivated, so that their businesses can grow and flourish and all those things. And so, so I'll close with this, and then I'll give it back to Sherry. The only discipline that ever lasts in your life is self-discipline. The only discipline that will ever last in your life is self-discipline. And so I hope you know our hearts. I hope you know that we want you to succeed. We want you to be prosperous. We want this business to change your life. And we want to lay our heads down at night knowing that we gave you every tool to do that. But the one thing we cannot hand you is discipline. And so what I would challenge you is tomorrow, start fresh. Maybe you've kind of just been floundering your business, post here, post there. No, get it, put it down on paper. Put reminders in your phone to post however often you want to post. Be purposeful in how you're running your business. Don't be running around, we'll talk about the Bible, like aimlessly, right? We punish our body doing it what it needs to do, not what it wants to do. Your body, your mind, it's going to do so many things. There's so many things it wants to do. But when you're trying to start a business and flourish in a business, what do you need to do to be successful in this business? Do those things, and I guarantee you in 12 months, it will change your life. And more importantly, it will change so many other people's lives that look to you for that hope and that encouragement. And guess what? You're going to be the ones motivating them. But more importantly than that, you've got to teach them discipline as well. And so that's all I have. The last thing I'll mention is on Diamond Empire, I posted the link one more time for the flood in Louisiana. Like, as a team, we just really felt we've had personal team members on our team who got smashed by Katrina, and just hearing their story about how if it wasn't for aid during that time, like, they don't know where they would be. And so I know that there's a ton of needs. I know our team's been doing so many different things, but we set a goal for $3,000, and we set that because that meant for every person that's on Diamond Empire, that would be $1. And so I don't think it's a lofty goal. I thought it was actually a kind of low ball, but to be honest, we haven't even hit $1,000 yet. And I just feel like we're blessed to be a blessing. Every time that me and Sherry have given, the Lord's provided even more. And so if you're doing other things, I understand that. But as a team, I would really love to partner with you and just write a huge check to help the flood victims in Louisiana. And so that's all I have, and I'll turn it back over to Sherry.
Yeah, so John's going to post on Diamond Empire. He posted it, but he can post it again, the link. So we're going to have today, and then tomorrow is the last day. So it's so true. Like, even, like, I know a lot of us, like, with Gives Back Week, it's so fun to give back, and so, like, you helped other things or did other things. But if you can, if everyone could give $1, like, even if whatever, you did something else, like, we could make such a difference, and it makes me think of, I don't know if it's Mother Teresa who said it, but, like, alone we can do so little, but together we can change the world, And so I just think that's so awesome that we have a team page where there's over 3,000 people on there. Man, if everyone gave $1, we could give $3,000. Like, that's pretty cool, like, coming together. So if you can, please do that. And then lastly, just tomorrow we have our eSuite training. And so Bex and Stacy do that every week, which is pretty incredible. So if you have new team members, get them on that. Like that will teach them. If you are rusty, you know, I mean, I felt like I almost learned something every time. I still don't know everything about the E-Suite. So hop on the E-Suite training. And then Tuesday, y'all, our Tips from the Top is going to be awesome. It's one of my favorite people in this whole business. And so I'll make it a surprise. But yeah, so you don't want to miss it. She's incredible. And so don't miss Tuesday Tips from the Top. And then this Thursday, just because there's just, you know, we want to make it September to remember, we're going to do another team Facebook wrap party. But feel free, you know, to host your own, do whatever, you know, have a party. Yeah, so that's it. Love you guys. I'll let everyone say. We have like 50 on this one. I don't know how many on the other one. So say hey. Hey, everybody. Okay, love y'all. Bye.